A handsome piece of work, Marco. Who's it for?
Baglioni.
So? Now you work for the Captain General of the Medici's Guard. I thought such people were your sworn enemies.
Art knows no enemies, my friend. Particularly amongst those who can afford to pay as well as Baglioni.
Bravo. I never expected you to be such a realist.
Well, I haven't sat at the foot of Master Machiavelli for nothing.
You flatter me.
Ah, Sandro. Well, did you bring the wine?
No, but you won't want to talk about wine when you hear what I've got to tell you.
Nothing you could say could ever stop me talking about wine.
Oh, this will. I've just come from Niccolo's. The place is in an uproar. Michelangelo, Cellini, Del Sarto, they're furious. Baglioni has bought a Venetian to paint a portrait of his daughter.
You must be mad.
They're all talking about it.
I think it's quite true. It's the sort of thing Baglioni would do.
Yes, but why? Why send all the way to Venice when the finest painters in the world are here in Florence?
Because, my dear Sandro, the finest painters in the world are Republicans to a man. Baglioni would go to almost any lengths to insult a Republican.
We'd only just agreed that art and politics have nothing to do with each other.
Well, you can hardly blame me if His Excellency is too foolish to know that.
He's impugned the honor of Florentine painters.
You're not going to let him insult us all, are you?
No, I am not.
And how do you propose to stop him?
Well, I'd like to break this over his head.
Instead of breaking it over his head, I suggest that you take it to him. The masked ball is this evening, isn't it? Well, then if Baglioni is going to present it to a de Medici, he may be getting just a little anxious.
De Medici? I suppose you're right. I'd better take it along.
Oh, and Marco, whilst you're there, I think you'll find a serving woman called Maria. You might ask her if she's got any news for me, would you?
Do you mean to say that you have someone in Baglioni's own house who can...
Well, you needn't look so shocked, my dear Marco. You can hardly expect me to play the game I do unless I know what other people are up to.
In that case, it'll be a pleasure to take this over there. Oh, by the way, Sandro, did you happen to find out who the painter was?
Yes, they say his name's Tortini.
Tortini? Pietro Tortini?
Yes, but
But he's not only a Venetian, he's a bad painter. Ah. Tortini.
Maria?
Sir.
The sitting is almost finished. Go and find my Lady Caterina's coachman, will you? There's no hurry, Maria. My love. Oh, Caterina.
Pietro, I'm afraid.
Afraid of love? Or of me? Afraid I don't love you when I've told you 100 times how much. These weeks have been the happiest of my life, Caterina. They must never end.
But when the portrait is finished...
It'll never finish if you're always with me.
But I can't be. Soon you go back to Venice.
Only if you drive me back. I want to spend my whole life with you. Caterina, I want to marry you.
But my father would never permit it. It's impossible.
I'll ask him. I'll make him.
But you don't know him.
I know he likes me.
Does he? I think he likes the fact that your being here humiliates the painters in Florence. But that's all.
Then forget him. Come to Venice with me. Ignore him. Run away from Florence and marry me. I love you. I'll risk anything for you. I'm not a pauper. I have position in Venice.
But Pietro, I have nothing. My jewels, even my clothes belong to my father.
My love, you're of age. You can choose your life.
Pietro, do you love me so very much?
With all my heart.
Then I will ask him. Pietro, I'm so afraid of him and of myself. You must help me to be strong.
I'll never let you go. If he refuses us, I'll take you away with me just the same. And we'll go and love together. windows, confound you! Unhonorable fools capering about in the streets.
The artist Marco Del Monte is here, my lord.
Ah, let him come forward and inform my daughter, the Lady Caterina, we leave for the Palazzo Ball in a quarter hour.
Yes.
You artists, you're late. I ordered you to be here with that at noon.
I was afraid that if I hurried my work, Your Excellency, it might displease you.
It would have displeased me, and you a great deal more, had I no gift to bestow upon His Grace the Duke of the Ball tonight. Let me see it. Oh, yes, this is even better than your designs led me to expect. I see one can still find some good work here in Florence.
Oh, better than anywhere in Italy, Your Excellency. Better than Rome, Siena, Venice, anywhere.
And should I disagree with you, what do you say to that?
The critical opinion most important to any artist is the customer's, Your Excellency.
You talk like a diplomat.
Not I, my lord. But Master Niccolo Machiavelli says no diplomat can ever afford to speak frankly unless he holds all the cards.
That's perfectly correct. So you know Niccolo Machiavelli, eh?
I have heard him speak, of course. But how could a man like me know one who has the ear of de Medici himself?
Come now, you can tell me the truth. I'll pay you well. Machiavelli has many friends amongst the guildsmen. Surely. The goldsmiths, you artists. Well?
No man would look for followers or even listeners amongst us artists, my lord. We are all such egotists that our own affairs are more important to us than a whole world tumbling around our ears.
You have a ready tongue, Del Monte. I could use you.
My only skill is in my hands, which are always ready to serve, my lord.
Ah, you're ready. Wait for me below.
I wish to speak with you, Father.
Not now. You may go. You'll be paid for your work tomorrow. Attend me here at noon. Well?
Pietro Tortini has asked me to marry him, Father. I want to accept.
Marriage? To Tortini? Love in a garret in Venice. You're a foolish girl. Poverty is a prison.
Aren't I in prison here if I'm not free to think about or even decide my future life?
You're my daughter, and I shall decide what is best for your life.
You mean bargain with it for power?
Don't be insolent! You will put this man Tortini out of your thoughts. I forbid you to see him again. You'll make your eyes red if you persist in weeping. Besides, we leave for the palace directly.
I'm not going to the ball, Father.
Well, in that you may please yourself. Carry that to my coach. Break it and I'll break your head. I'll thank you to hear no more of this matter.
My lady, you're not going? No, Maria, I'm not going to the ball. But later I'm going somewhere where I can be happy tonight.
When he's completed the figures on the total numbers of arrests, Baglioni will ask the council to increase his forces.
I see. Good. Good. Anything else?
Nothing else.
And how is his daughter getting along with that Venetian painter fellow?
I'd no idea that your interest included my Lady Caterina.
Oh, just curious, curious.
The Venetian has asked her to run off with him.
Really? What did she say?
She says she's going to, tonight.
And doesn't Baglioni suspect?
No.
You've done very well, Maria. Thank you very much.
Now, just what are you up to?
But, gentlemen, here is your chance to redeem the honor of Florentine painters.
What do you mean, how?
Well, if Caterina ends up by running off with this Venetian, Baglioni will be the laughing stock of Florence.
He sends all the way to Venice for a painter and ends up with a second-rate portrait and without a daughter.
And that will be the end of Venetian painters in Florence.
Come on, Sandro. We're going to see that the course of true love runs smoothly. I've come to see Signor Tortini. Oh, the great Tortini. The moment that I heard you were in Florence, I came immediately.
Who are you?
Marco Del Monte, artist, Florentine, and your most ardent admirer.
I see. How very nice.
Oh, but I can tell by the expression on your face that you must be expecting someone else, perhaps.
It's very kind of you, but I'm afraid I'm...
Painting. It's magnificent. Yes, it's she. Oh, it's absolutely extraordinary. It is she.
Who?
Why, Caterina Baglioni, of course.
You know Caterina.
Know her? Oh, does a pauper know a princess? Does a mortal know a goddess? No, my friend. Humble artists do not know women like Caterina Baglioni. But I've seen her from afar. Oh, she's unique. I've seen her many times. Enough at least to know that your portrait is a masterpiece.
I'm glad you like it, and that you appreciate the subject, too.
Appreciate it? Oh, let me tell you, my friend, the man that marries Caterina Baglioni will be no ordinary man. You mark my words, he'll be a giant, a titan, a paragon.
You do think highly of the lady?
Highly. Oh, but forgive me. I must not take up any more of your time. I cannot thank you enough for allowing me this brief meeting. Oh, yes, I shall take the memory of this to the grave.
Very extraordinary.
Did you see him? Shh. Well, did you see him?
Yes.
Well, what now?
Well, I think he's hooked. He'll stay here and make sure that they get away safely. Give us your hand.
Well, where are you going?
Keep an eye on him.
Hey.
She's taking her time about getting here.
Then why don't I get the coach and horses and we'll be all ready to leave?
Because we may not need them. I don't know yet what she'll bring with her.
Her father's consent and the chime of wedding bells. Perhaps.
I'm quite certain there's no chance of that. Otherwise, I'd hardly have urged her to ask him.
Now leave me, Maria. Go home. Yes, but go and say no word at my father's house, you understand?
I promise.
She brings herself and Panic and the Baglioni jewels. I guessed right, so get the coach and 2 saddle horses besides. Come on, hurry!
How far do we take her?
Clear of the city. Then you and I and the Baglioni jewels go the rest of the way. Oh, don't let her see your face. Come on. Caterina, my darling.
Who was that who passed me on the stairs?
It's all right. It's my servant. He's gone to get the coach and horses.
Pietro, darling. I asked Father if we could marry, and he refused. But I don't care. I'll go with you anywhere as long as it's away from here.
My darling. My darling, those jewels, it's not safe to wear them, supposing someone were to see us.
Jewels?
Take them off, my love. We'll hide them. Here in this box. Allow me. Hurry, my love. Paolo will be back soon. I was afraid you wouldn't come.
Father was furious with me and with you. Pietro, I just couldn't go on. Do you really want me so much? Do you really love me?
My darling. Paolo, everything all right?
Yes?
Well done. Come, Caterina. Well, at least we're leaving Florence a portrait to remember you by. Paolo, what are you doing?
The exchange is a poor one, Venetian. A bad portrait for a deceived girl.
You. Where's Paolo?
Where he'll do no harm.
This man is Marco Del Monte. He's worked for my father.
Yes, my lady, and won't have to work for him any longer, for a long time, I think.
Thief. You'll never get out of here alive.
If I shout for help, how will the lady explain her presence here at this hour and with these? Baglioni will lock her up and hang you.
How contemptible can a man become?
Shall we find out? Tortini, you love the lady. Then why don't you leave with her? But only with her. I won't stop you.
Give me those jewels.
Isn't the lady a lovely enough jewel? Take her.
Pietro, come away. Leave him here. Take me away.
Give them to me.
No, you've won the lady. I have won the jewels. Why don't you leave?
Leave him. Let him have them.
Keep quiet. I'll kill him first.
Did they teach you fighting in the same school that you learned painting? And charming the ladies? We tolerate bad men in Florence, do we not, Lady Caterina? But we cannot forgive a bad painter. You know what I really think of your painting? That's for Leonardo da Vinci. For Del Sarto. For Cellini. And that's for Michelangelo. That's for me. Oh,
Don't kill him.
why not? What was it you forgot to tell the lady? That you were going to rob her, weren't you? Weren't you?
No.
That you were going to steal her jewels and then leave her, weren't you? Weren't you?
Yes.
And that was all you wanted.
Yes.
Go home, Tortini. Run back to Venice. If you're in this city within an hour, I swear I'll find you and I'll kill you. Go on, your man Paolo's waiting for you outside. Sandro! The door!
Hey, Venetian! Over here. How do you like our carnival? Here's a dancing partner for you.
My lady, it was a very bad portrait. I will paint you another one much better.
You're a thief and a blackmailer.
Oh, another moral lecture from a Baglioni. No, my lady, that's too much.
If you think I'm going to go down on my knees and beg for my jewels, you are mistaken.
I believe you. Good night.
But what I can't understand, Marco, is why you had to interfere.
I told you, Tortini was out to take her jewels and then get rid of her. He had no intention of marrying her.
But Baglioni would be equally humiliated whether Tortini went on with the marriage or not.
But the girl is a Florentine, Baglioni or no.
Oh, Marco, your eye for beauty is upsetting your judgment.
You're right, I should have let the girl go and let her take the consequences.
I say what's done's done. The thing to do now is get rid of these. You know, if we were to take them out of their setting, we could sell them in Milan. What do you say, Marco?
No, I don't think so.
But why not? They're not doing anybody any good. And think of what our Republican friends could do with so much money.
No. No, Marco. You can do much better than sell these jewels for gold. They give you another chance of humiliating Baglioni. Now, all you have to do is to make public what happened last night. He can't deny it. There is your proof.
Well, where do you suppose he's going?
I don't know. He's a strange young man. Sometimes he's ruled by his head, at other times by his... He has no reason to show any mercy to the Baglioni. Yes, I should like to be there when His Excellency finds out what has been going on under his fine patrician nose.
I'd intended to hang this in the city hall as a lesson to every insolent artist here in Florence. All right, get out. If I catch the dog, I'll have the ears off him. You see this? It's ruined, I say, ruined. Don't you care?
Yes, I'm glad it's spoilt.
Glad, eh? Ha, ha, ha! So we've suffered a change of heart, have we?
Yes, I'm glad. I would have hated seeing myself as he saw me. This is a simpleton, a fool.
The man's a thief! I paid dearly for this portrait. He's gone, did you know?
Yes, I went to him last night to tell him what you said.
You went to him?
Yes.
Alone?
Yes.
After I'd forbidden you?
I had to tell him what you said and learn my lesson.
I think I begin to understand. He didn't care about you. He wanted your wealth and your position. Well, didn't he?
The artist, Marco del Monte, is here.
Why are you here?
I have come for my payment, as commanded by Your Excellency last night. Oh, dear.
Never mind that. I have a further commission for you. My Lord the Duke was very pleased with your work. One moment. You may go, madam. We dine at the palace tonight. The French ambassador will be there. He will wear the Baglioni jewels, if you please.
Jules,
Now, sir. Well, what is it?
If my lady would do me the honor of accepting this gift. It opens like this.
Gift? Your handiwork? Come, let me see it.
And closes so.
Oh, this is very beautiful. How does it open?
Oh, that is a secret, my lord, between the Lady Caterina and myself.
Here, take it. Now, sir, I have some drawings here. I wish you to see. Take them home with you, study them, and bring them back tomorrow.
thank you for the gift. And forgive me.